Hi, I'm Radhika Sharma. I have completed my LLM from Sharda University, and currently I'm interning with the Lexis and Company. And as a part of this internship, I am recording a informative video. So today the topic of the doctrine of lifting of corporate wheel. So let's start with this topic. So the Company Act 2013 clarified that the company is a separate legal personality जो कि उसके मेंबर से अलग होती है, but practically it is an association of person who are the beneficial owner of the company and its corporate asset. The fiction is created by a wheel termed the corporate wheel. So here, lifting the corporate wheel under the Companies Act 2000 means ignoring that a company has a separate legal entity and has a corporate personality. Lifting of corporate wheel as per the Company Act ignore the separate identity of the company and look back at the true owner who are in control of the company. And the separate personality of a company is a statutory business and must be used for lawful purpose only. Where a fraudulent and dishonest use is made of that entity, the individual concerned will not be allowed to take shelter behind the corporate personality. In that situation, the court will break through the corporate cell and apply the doctrine of what is called lifting of corporate wheel. So एवर सिंस जब से वो सैलमन वर्सेस सैलमन एंड कंपनी लिमिटेड का जो केस आया था, तो आफ्टर दैट कोर्ट्स आर वेरी रिलेक्टेंट और at least very caution to lift the wheel of corporate personality to see the real person behind it. And in this case, like Salman versus Salman and company limited, इसमें सालमन जो कि एक पर्सन था, उसने एक कंपनी फॉर्म करी, लिमिटेड कंपनी, जिसका नाम था सालमन एंड कंपनी लिमिटेड विथ 7 मेंबर्स. एंड उसमें वो खुद, उसकी वाइफ, उसकी डॉटर, उसके 4 बेटे थे. एंड सैलमन वॉज अ सिक्योर्ड क्रेडिटर एंड शेयर होल्डर ऑफ द कंपनी. तो देयर वर अदर अनसिक्योर्ड क्रेडिटर एज वेल. After a while, the company incurred losses and decided to wind up. During the winding up process, the unsecured creditor claimed that they should be paid before Salman, as it was his company. तो occasion, तो there are so many grounds जिसमें कोर्ट जो है कॉर्पोरेट व्हील को लिफ्ट करती है. तो जिनमें से दो ग्राउंड्स हैं, स्टैट्यूटरी प्रोविज़न एंड जुडिशियल ग्राउंड. स्टैट्यूटरी प्रोविज़न में अंडर द कंपनी एक्ट 2013 देयर इज सेक्शन 5 ऑफ द एक्ट in which ये जो section talk about the liability of officer in default, that is those individuals who are involved in wrongful or illegal act are liable in respect of the offences committed by them. The term officer in default include a managing director and whole-time director. And the second statutory provision for the lifting of corporate wheel is the reduction of membership, which comes under section 5 of this act. A public company require at least 7 members for its formation, and a private company require at least 2 members. However, when a company has been formed without complying with this minimum requirement and continue to carry on its business, then each member who knows such fact is individually liable for any debt contracted by the company during that time. And the third one is improper use of name, which comes under section 147 of this act. Subsection 4 of section 147 of the act provide the liability of the officer who signed the bill of exchange, hundi, promissory note and check under the improper name of the company. Such officer shall be the holder of such bill of exchange, hundi, promissory note or check as the case may be, unless it is duly paid by the company. Let's come to the fourth one, which is fraudulent conduct, which comes under section 542 of the act. In this, at the time of termination of the corporation, कोर्ट को ये पता चलता है कि जो एक्टिविटीज़ हुई हैं कंपनी में, जो भी ऑब्जेक्ट्स यानी कंपनी को चलाने में वो समवेयर फ्रॉडलेंट हैं या फिर कुछ मिसकंडक्ट हुआ है, देन कोर्ट एक्चुअल पर्सन को उसमें देखेगी एंड जो उसकी कॉर्पोरेट पर्सनालिटी को लिफ्ट कर देगी. And fifth one is failure to refund application money, which comes under section 69 of this act. If the company fail to repay the application money to the applicant who are not allotted the share within 130 days from the date of issue of the prospectus, then the director of a company are jointly and severally liable to repay the application money with interest. However, this won't affect the continuance of the company and its separate existence. Let's come to the judicial ground, and in this the very first one is fraud or improper conduct, where the corporate wheel has been used for the commission of fraud and improper conduct. In such a situation, courts have lift the wheel and looked at the actual person उस situation के पीछे. एंड द सेकेंड वन इज़ व्हेन अ कंपनी एक्ट करती है एज एन एजेंसी, देन जो कोर्ट लिफ्ट कर देगी उसके व्हील को. And the next one is tax evasion, where it was found that the sole purpose for which the company was formed was to any tax छिपाने के लिए एक वो company form हुई थी. Then the court will ignore the concept of separate personality and make the individual concerned liable to pay the taxes which they would have paid but for the formation of a company. And next one is when it is found that the company has abused इसकी corporate personality को वो abuse कर रही है for an unjust and inequitable purpose के लिए, the court would not hesitate to lift the corporate personality. And the next one is when the conduct जो company जो भी अपने business carry कर रही है वो पब्लिक पॉलिसी को कन्फ्लिक्ट करता है, देन कोर्ट लिफ्ट द कॉर्पोरेट व्हील फॉर प्रोटेक्टिंग द पब्लिक पॉलिसी. थैंक यू.